heart and soul of this game that we all know and love. So after 5 years away, will the full ferocity of the Championship welcome Watford back? Well, we shall soon see. Talking us through the opening game of the season, I'm delighted to introduce your commentary team of Mick McCarthy, Don Goodman and first, Gary Weaver.
Yes, thank you, David. Well, football has provided entertainment and escapism for hundreds of years, a chance to step away from problems. No matter where this next 8 months takes us, football hopefully will be there with us and for us, uniting us, dividing us, inspiring us. And it's time to escape into the beautiful, chaotic world of the Championship again. There is nothing like this in world football. Well, let's take a check on the teams for you, and Watford are without 17 players for this, including Troy Deeney, Ismail Assar and Etienne Capoue. There is huge excitement surrounding teenage striker João Pedro, who makes just his second start for the club. The 18-year-old was signed from Fluminense in Brazil for £2 million back in January. Domingos Quina gets the chance to show what he can do just behind João Pedro. He moved here from West Ham, as did Jeremy Ngakia, who turned down a new contract at the Hammers. He makes his Watford debut. Ben Wilmot has Championship experience, having been instrumental in Swansea's top 6 finish last season. Well, Neil Warnock wants goals and plenty of them, so Britta Sombolonga and Ashley Fletcher are the double act in attack. He got them firing at the end of last season. He's hoping he'll fire them to the top 6 again. He goes with a back 3 so he can play 2 up front and not lose a body in midfield. Grant Hall makes his league debut after his move from Queen's Park Rangers. Marcus Bettinelli knows the way out of this league. He's done it with Fulham, and he's hoping to do it with Middlesbrough after signing on loan. So Ben Foster in goal for Watford. He knows the Championship. Don, how instrumental, how important will he be for this club this season?
Well, you usually find that promoted clubs have one of the best goalkeepers in the league, and I'll tell you what, he will certainly fall into that category. For me, he's so good, he's still good enough to play for England. Obviously he decided to retire, but that's how highly I rate Ben Foster.
He'll be looking to keep out that man, Britta Sombolonga. He wears the captain's armband. How much of a masterstroke from the great man manager Neil Warnock is that?
Do you know what, when I read the team sheet and I saw the little captain mark next to Britta Sombolonga, I thought, genius, absolutely genius. That will inspire him, responsibility, and I'll tell you what, I fancy him to have a big season this season.
Vladimir Ivic is about to find out all about the Championship. He's done his research, he's watched footage of games. He goes into battle for the very first time in this league. Keith Stroud is the referee at Vicarage Road. And both teams take the knee to make a stand. No room for any discrimination in society.
Desperately, especially when I was on the beach in Portugal.
Sarcasm from the off. How much, though, do Watford have to turn around this mentality, this losing culture which saw them drop down into the Championship?
Well, you said about if it's welcoming him into the Championship. I'm telling you, if Watford haven't got their act right, their heads together from getting relegated, and some players are still wanting to leave, and I see they've got so many players missing, they might be in for a shock here tonight, because Neil Warnock will have Middlesbrough firing. I mean, it's not so long, was it a month ago since they had really good results, 50% win in terms of his games when he was there. So they'll be up for it. They'll be looking forward to it. So it started already.
Ben Wilmot having to deal with that. Britta Sombolonga asking a question of referee Keith Stroud.
It's interesting, isn't it, as well, how one of the problems that Neil Warnock inherited was the home form, but they were so good away from home. I just wonder whether they're actually pleased that they've got an away game, because they really seem to thrive in those final few away games last season. Always keen to measure himself. He will know, on paper, Watford, without question, one of the best squads in the Championship this season, but we've seen it all before. The best squad doesn't always gain promotion.
Well, you said about the captain's armband for Britta Sombolonga. He's just chased that one into the corner there and shown his desire. They've got a throw in, and that'll suit them. They're keeping Watford there, and just getting that bit of pressure on from the start, Middlesbrough.
Well, we said in the team news, Neil Warnock, 1 goals, and Britta Sommerlonger and Ashley Fletcher have been providing them both at the end of last season and in pre-season, as the cross is aimed into an area where Fletcher was, and Jed Spence tried to make Ben Foster's life awkward here.
Well, it's a good start, isn't it, from Middlesbrough? And what he does, Neil, I don't know how he does it, but he gets players to run through a brick wall for him. He really does. Gets them on side, makes them feel good, gets them working, and that's the least minimum requirement, is all-out effort and commitment. He certainly gets that from his teams.
He's had more comebacks than take that, Neil Warnock. He just cannot leave football alone. João Pedro beaten in the air by Grant Hall. Paddy McNair on the retreat, playing as part of this back three. It's where he played in pre-season. There's Fletcher. Chalabar hunted down by Tavernier. Watford did beat Spurs here. Strong-looking Tottenham team last week, and they play well. Plenty of energy about them and dynamism. But Middlesbrough have got them on the back foot here. Tavernier. There's Paddy McNair, who will step forward from that back three when he has the opportunity. Such a versatile option for Middlesbrough. Dealt with by Feminier.
Well, that is interesting, isn't it, that Middlesbrough back three? You've got Paddy McNair, who is very, very versatile.